Hello. Damn, it's feel like it's been a
long time.
It's been a long time, right?
Long
Hey man, this is the Build Different podcast. Your boy, Mr. Go 30. My boy King over here. And King, I got a lot of stuff to talk to you about, man.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We see the skits and the disrespect, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When the time comes.
But I gotta say this though. I believe it was the last time we actually had an episode.
Okay.
We spoke about Patrick Mahomes. And we spoke about
Josh Allen.
Okay, so
we on the same page.
We good. You was prepared.
Let me interject.
You knew.
Listen, let me interject.
No.
I'm gonna say, I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let me apologize.
I like that. But you still gonna get this work. You still gonna get this work.
There's no work to get.
You still gonna get this work. You still gonna get this
All right,
work. Because y'all remember how, boisterous and you know what I'm saying?
It was valid. We were talking about it.
Confident you were in your opinion.
It was valid.
Just to take y'all back, and we'll probably put a clip in it, but
put the clip
just to take y'all back.
No, don't put the clip.
We was talking about Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. I told King, you know what I'm saying, just with my football knowledge and what I know, I'm like, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is on a whole other level than Josh Allen. That's just the facts. I was like, Josh Allen's here. He's good. He's all right, but he's not where Patrick Mahomes is at. King, nah, man, I don't know what you talking about, man. Josh Allen, you know what I mean? I don't even know what evidence he has to even back that up. Shout out to you, Josh Allen. Shout out to you as a man, not as a football player. But, no, shout out to you as a football player as well, just not in comparison to Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
But, and I held strong. I was like, Patrick Mahomes, he jumped. I'm not going to say jump down my throat, pause. But that's what he did. So now you want to come up here?
Anybody
with his tail tucked.
You're 100% right. Every time you say something,
with his hat in hand.
Listen,
coming back talking about.
This is the point.
I apologize.
So look, this is the point.
I just want to,
Josh Allen was on a great trajectory, and I still think he is.
Well, before you say that, I just want to let y'all know. I just want y'all to. The reason why I brought that up is I want that to take precedent as we continue to. Have more episodes, and you hear King say certain things, you hear me say certain things. I want y'all to know that, as he may sound confident, he may beat his chest, he may talk with a deep voice.
It'd be facts.
You know what I'm saying? He may say facts, New York nigga, all that shit, but he's still wrong at the end of the day.
So look, Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes proved something. Listen, he's proven. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
This playoff run cemented Pat to me, which is why I'm okay coming over here apologizing for the inaccurate statement that was made 2 years ago.
I'm sorry.
2 years ago. Sorry for what?
I'm sorry.
Sorry for
Mr.
what?
Can you say?
No, I'm apologizing to Pat Mahomes. I have no reason to apologize to you.
So I had the
Pat Mahomes for allowing Josh Allen to be spoken about in the same sentence. That's what I'm apologizing for.
Just as long as you apologize.
Even at the time that it was said, I still think it was valid. Pat Mahomes just proved me wrong. And that's fine. Because I even said it too. It got recorded. Listen what I'm about to say, son. Let me see what I'm about to say. It wasn't recorded, but I said, if Lamar Jackson had beat Pat Mahomes, then I think that would have needed to be a conversation. That was what I was going to say. When we recorded.
Lamar versus Pat?
Not saying that Lamar is as good as Pat, but now you start to see if he would have been able to beat Pat Mahomes and win the Super Bowl. After the 2 MVPs, which I thought was going to be unanimous. I don't even want to get into how he got 49 votes and Josh Allen got 1.
That's crazy.
That's a different conversation for a different day. But if he would have beat Pat and won the Super Bowl, only him and Tom Brady would have been the only ones to do that, to win a Super Bowl in his time of being relevant.
You know
what I'm saying? So
Mahomes still young.
He's still young, and so is Lamar.
Yeah.
So it would have been a different conversation. But again, we got the Super Bowl.
I would have said it was a down year for Pat because of
you said you would because of who he is, right?
No, not a down year for Pat, but more so his supporting cast. I would have felt like his supporting cast would have been a reason why that would have happened. Him winning that game with this supporting cast, I think, is what, even in your mind, put him to that next level.
Right.
Like if he still had Tyreek Hill,
but he did it last year without him. And
but even then, they had Juju. They had, they had more weapons.
So how great is Pat now that Juju he went to New England?
Yeah.
And Juju was not even a product of what he was with Pat.
Different system.
That speaks to Pat, though, for me, which is why I'm okay.
You can say that, but I think when you move systems,
Right.
And then they don't know what they're doing over there.
Well, that was
that's just my personal opinion.
You're right.
They don't know what they're doing, and we have a resident Patriots fan in the building. He can attest. They don't know what they're doing. Bill Belichick had a defensive coordinator offensive coordinator at one point. He's just too stuck in his ways.
Right.
And
that's why he don't have a job
now.
Right.
You know.
But I still write that off the Pat. Even when Juju came in, like nobody thought Juju was the number one. Even when he left the Steelers with Brown, everybody there, Pat did something that I feel was tremendous. And even this year, winning every game on the road, something that they thought he might not be. It was the way the Ravens were playing. I think the Bills came in on a high. I just think he really stamped it. I'm not ready to say GOAT, maybe as a skill.
He's only second to Brady at this point.
I mean,
he's only second to Brady at this point. All you got to do,
that's
especially if he three-peat. He's only second to Brady. He might not even be second to Brady after he three-peat.
You think there's gonna be a three-peat?
This is the.
I goes back to back. If they win, it's back to back. They lost to Tom 2 years ago. He won last year and won this year.
They didn't win.
Nah, he lost to Tom.
2 years ago.
They won last year. If they win this year, they lost.
That was his first Super Bowl?
No, that was second. That was.
Okay, so first he beat the 49ers.
Right.
Then he lost to Tom.
Right.
Then he won again, and then now,
right.
All right.
Right. So, three-peat is crazy. If you three-peat in the NFL, it's a wrap.
He could. Because think about it. This year, his supporting cast wasn't all that, right?
They had a rookie step up. Travis Kelce was on the low. They led the league in drops, right?
It wasn't all that. Let's not.
They led the league in drop this year?
They probably
think so. Yep.
So what I'm saying is, if they can go in this offseason and pick up some pieces, like they're ready to come right back. They're only going to improve this team. Patrick Mahomes ain't going nowhere. Mm-hmm. As long as he stays healthy, obviously he's a Super Bowl pick at this point. He's cemented himself there. He's in that Brady conversation now, as far as where you say, okay, I don't bet against this guy.
Right. I think you're saying it now. I think it's already being said. Yeah. How much do you give credit to the defense for stepping up their game? Because before it was the offense. It was Pat making magic, bro. But so no more credit goes to the defense?
Defense got to do what they got to do. It's an offensive league. Defense going to have to do what they got to do, and they've been playing out of their minds, and that's obviously helping.
If it's an offensive league and they're stopping strong offenses.
But it just shows Andy Reid, and even though Patrick Mahomes isn't on that side of the ball, he's a leader of the team. Mm-hmm. It just shows that those two in place, they're going to find whatever combination
that works.
Whatever, that works. That's going to get them there. Okay. And we used to see that. That's like I said. We used to see that with Brady and Belichick, where it was like, okay, Brady's either going to be throwing it to Randy Moss and
which they didn't win.
Touchdown. They didn't win the Super Bowl, but they got there.
Man, what is it about? That's what the Brown fans say. It ain't about winning. It's about getting.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, they got there, and then we see Brady, in his earlier years, hanging behind the defense. Uh-huh. But we also seen him win them shootout Super Bowls.
Right.
Be in them shootouts. I remember he was with.
Was it a shootout against the Falcons? That's a shootout, right?
Exactly. Thank you. And they won that one.
Yep.
But I think they had like a shootout. Wasn't it a shootout against the Eagles and they lost? And then Yeah. So, but we've seen that side of Brady.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna see different versions of this team, but with those two main fixtures in place, they're gonna be like in the big dance.
So I guess
most of the time,
it's not even a point in asking who you have to win the Super Bowl. I think I'm not
gonna pick against.
I'm not
gonna pick against.
I'm with you. So let's talk about Brock Purdy a little bit, man, because I'm still on the fence. I fall in line with Cam, and everybody should be familiar with what Cam Newton said. I think it's spot on, especially coming from a quarterback of his caliber. Let the people know what you think about Brock and how you think the Super Bowl is going to go. Let's get your pick and the score.
All right, so my pick is, Kansas City Chiefs. I'm gonna say like 23-20. I think it's a close game, but like I said, I just think Patrick Mahomes pulls it out, and and they get the job done. Brock Purdy, to me, he's really good at the not the intangible. Is it the intangibles?
The intangible things. So like Motivating the team, or you talking about?
I'm saying like the details, making the right decision, processing. He might have all the physical tools.
Okay.
But I've seen him in person, like, and people always like. I saw a picture of him on social media today with the uniform on. It was like he looked like he got like a kid in a 49ers costume.
Oh, they had the uniform because I know they saw him walking in with the bag. And
like when you see him, it's like, bro, this is a Super Bowl quarterback right now. That's really, but ever since he's gotten into the league, he's been doing this. We haven't seen no different for real. Besides when he didn't have some of his pieces, Debo and Christian McCaffrey. So if they can keep talent around him, I think he'll continue to do well. Okay. But I also think he'll continue to improve. He'll learn more. You got to understand, bro, this is, his second year? Mm-hmm. This is his second year in the league and he's doing it. So he's going to continue to improve like Brady improved. And so it's going to get to the point where maybe the San Francisco 49ers don't have as many pieces, but he's still getting the job done. And like Cam said, it is game managing to a certain extent. It's game managing, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah. It's not necessarily a bad thing. He's making the right decisions, getting the ball where it needs to be, and putting it in the right spot. What else do you want your quarterback to do? There's a lot of people that's getting that wrong.
Right. What can Brock Purdy be? And we talk about Mahomes without the weapons. We talk about Tom without the weapons. What is Purdy without the weapons?
He's not what he is right now.
Right. So let's backtrack it a little bit. He's a Super Bowl quarterback. Well, he won the championship. He won they gave an award for the NFC championship, right? It's just right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, is playing out of his mind because I think he's falling in the right situation. Before we stamp him,
Patrick Mahomes fell in the right situation. Man, he fell in a perfect situation.
But you've seen over the last 6 years that no matter the situation, Pat Mahomes is going to persevere because he's
a great situation. He had a great GM, got a great coach.
Okay.
The defensive side of the ball is ran by Spags, who's not going anywhere because
the defense was a weak point prior to 2 years ago.
Okay.
All right.
But
and you said it's an offensive league.
That's what I'm saying. But he got it now. So that's part of what he has at his disposal as we speak. So they're a well-run organization.
They are a well-run organization.
So he's fell into a perfect spot.
And every team that you think makes the playoffs has a great team. What I'm saying about when the 49ers go get Christian McCaffrey, right? They have Debo. You know what I'm saying? Like they went and traded for Trent Williams, right? And that was before Brock. I just think he was placed. And I think the point that I'm trying to make is I don't know any quarterback you put on that team and they don't do that. Even some of the quarterback, like let's just say Justin Fields.
Before.
So I don't think you gave Trey Lance a shot because Brock Purdy was persevering the way that he was. He was just ascending at a rapid rate. They even made it to the championship with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right.
So even more info to be back. Like,
but they couldn't.
You go to the championship with Jimmy.
They had Jimmy though, right?
And they made it to the NFC. They made it to the Super Bowl with Jimmy. Play the Ravens.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But they had Jimmy, right? And they let him go.
Right. Whatever reason they let Jimmy go,
and
you have
Shanahan seen Jimmy.
Right.
He was like, nah.
So you draft Trey Lance.
He went to draft Trey Lance.
All right. So
now Purdy fell into his lap, but that was.
So is that more so mismanaging of an organization because you give away 2 picks to get Trey Lance and then you trade him in 2 years?
Cool. They were wrong. The thing is, they found their guy.
They thought Jimmy was their guy. They thought Trey was their guy.
No, they didn't think that. Well,
they didn't think what?
Draft, but when they seen him play and they seen him on the field, and they saw Purdy play,
okay,
they was, oh yeah, we want Purdy.
So you want Mr. Irrelevant over the number 3.
So that's what it on the field. You gotta
right.
Everybody's watching, bro. You got you at practice. Everybody's looking. Everybody's watching, bro. They seeing what's going on when Purdy's throwing. They seeing what's going on when Lance throwing.
Okay.
The players know. The coaches know.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, they ended up getting Purdy in there. Now they didn't. It's not like they went to Purdy because they was like, oh yeah, he's just doing so well.
Right.
They put him in the game. They had to.
Right.
That was the situation, and then he stepped up and he played well.
And
he's the mode of what Shanahan is looking for.
Right. He fits it, and again, to my point, tailor-made. You drop any quarter. Like I said, there's proof of it with Jimmy, but at the end of the day, I think this game is going to actually be a blowout. You made a good point. It's an offensive league, right? The 49ers defense has been probably at its worst lately that it's been in the last few years. And I feel the momentum with Pat, and this is also me going into, all right, look, man, I got to apologize. Pat, I was wrong. How he's playing, bro, if Buffalo, the Ravens, if they couldn't do it, the 49ers can't do it. AFC this year was hands down the most dominant conference between the two, and it wasn't even close. I used to say, I was saying it to guys I was talking to throughout the year, why Pat Mahomes and all these guys look less than what they were is because they're going against tough comp every single Sunday. Like the Cowboys going against the Panthers. Come on. Going against the Cardinals, right? Like
one game.
A lot of games.
It's one game, bro.
The Cowboys played 7 teams under 500 in a row, right? No team in the AFC is doing that. So I feel like this Super Bowl is going to be extremely lopsided.
But you don't think that Brock Purdy and that
I just don't believe in them. I still don't.
And I also, you got to understand, bro, like when you get to a game like this, and I know we've seen blowouts in the Super Bowl.
Right.
I get it. Anything can happen.
We've seen people fold. We've seen Cam fold.
We have. But Shanahan having been here.
Right.
My guy Wilkes from the Panthers, we miss you. You know what I'm saying? On controlling that defense. Coaches, they come in with a game plan and they study. They watch everything. Like I get it, but I feel like those is two people going at each other. Like you're not gonna get a blowout here.
Brock has never been here.
He hasn't.
Has Debo been here? How long Debo been in the league?
I'm not even sure.
Christian,
was he here the first time?
That's why I don't
think he was.
4 years?
Yeah.
Man, Christian McCaffrey's never been here. Another Panthers guy. Never been here.
Christian McCaffrey's built for this.
Christian McCaffrey's a dog.
Player.
He's a dog.
He's a football
He's a dog. Don't get twisted.
Football player.
But now you're going against guys that have been here 3 years.
So why'd you even bring up him talking about he ain't been here?
But I
don't worry about Christian McCaffrey at all.
Oh, but they're
in this game.
Son, like I said.
We might see the best Christian McCaffrey.
We might, but we also might see a Christian McCaffrey that might fold. Like we don't know because we've never been here.
We won't.
But what you've seen is you've seen Pat Mahomes here. You've seen Travis Kelce here. You've seen Andy Reid. You've seen these guys here and have
players are even saying like experience doesn't even. It's not as it's overrated as far as what people think about it. The thing about it is,
I think,
and I've heard some players say when you've been there before, like the Bills back in the day when they was going like every year and losing, it was like the players that were new that had just gotten there, they had the more excitement. It was more energy. It was more, you know what I'm saying? They were more in the moment than maybe the other guys that had already played there a number of times.
Talking excitement versus experience and knowledge and those lights having there is no next Sunday. This is it. Cool. This is your legacy.
Cool, but still.
That pressure.
The Bills went to the Super Bowl 4 straight times, lost 4 straight. So tell me about experience and what it's supposed to mean.
What experience do they don't know how to win. We're talking about a team that knows how to win. We're talking about players that have won, players that have been down to the Eagles. When they were down 10 to the Eagles, they know how to win.
And they know how to lose. They've lost.
Yeah, they lost to the GOAT.
Cool.
Who else they lost to?
They lost.
Is anybody on the 49ers considered the GOAT? Those are guys.
Who do they lose to? Who do the 49ers lose to?
The Ravens.
No. When they went to Super Bowl.
Oh, the Chiefs.
Thank you. The ones you're bigging up. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, they know how. The 49ers lost to the Chiefs. So they know how to lose. They know how to win. The Chiefs know how to win.
No,
the Chiefs know how to win.
The Chiefs know how to win. So that's why they lost. You said when the Chiefs lost, you said they lost to the GOAT. They lost to Brady.
So they've had the experience of losing. I get that.
What I'm saying is, the 49ers were here. They lost to Patrick Mahomes.
Right, and
who I'm ready to name the GOAT, and he mess around and win.
Right, so
what I'm saying is, you can't say, oh, that loss to Brady,
when you won,
it meant nothing. But
I'm not saying that it meant nothing, but you also look at it and you say, all right, cool. Like you said, 49ers lost to Pat Mahomes. You say, cool. But there's something that goes into consistently losing and having a losing mentality.
Consistently losing?
I'm talking about the Bills. The Bills. You brought up the Bills as an example.
Okay. So even in that second Super Bowl, so they lost the first one. They went to the second one in a row. Lost again.
Right. So what I'm saying is, what did that experience, what is the experience, I'm not saying is that experience that you're talking about, okay. I think it's a little overrated in this situation. I think that Because Shanahan and a bunch of those guys have been there already, you think it's not.
Yeah, Shanahan, bro, he's been there.
That's why it's a lot more pressure.
But it's not even about him being there. It's just simply he's a good coach.
Right.
Steve Wilkes on the other side is a good coach.
Okay.
They got time to prepare. They're going to come with a good game plan. They have the dogs on their side to back up that game plan. The other side, they got dogs too. They got the main dog, and they got a great head coach. And I think it's going to be a clash. I do not think that's going to end up being a blowout.
I do.
That's what I'm saying.
And in the NFL, a blowout could be 10 points, and that was. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring because
Okay, what's your score? So let's.
I'm going to go 30-20.
It's not a blowout.
I'm going to go 30-20.
That's not.
In the Super Bowl, 10 points is a blowout.
No, it's not.
30-20.
No, it's not.
30-20.
So that's not a blowout. Okay, so he thinks it's going to be a.
Nah, that's in the Super Bowl. That's
the whole argument we just had meant nothing.
It meant
I should
a lot.
ask you your score first.
Yeah, you should have, but it meant a lot though. The whole conversation meant something. Again, I think Brock Purdy, because I asked you about Brock. I think at the end of the day, in a couple years, they move on for Brock. I don't think he's going to be the guy, such as Trey Lance, Jimmy G. Like, I think he falls into that category. I'm not saying.
I think he may fall into like a Kirk Cousins category. And I think that, and he may be just a more polished Cousins that may make better decisions, even though Cousins makes pretty good decisions.
Right.
But I think as long as they keep good pieces around him, he's going to fare well. I think like Cam said,
that's the struggle this year. They said after this year, they said a lot of contracts are on the books.
Well, so we got to see it. So you're predicting he's going to fall off, but I think that his skill set is going to work. I think he's going to be a mainstay in this league. So I don't think that he's going to, become a backup quarterback.
You think he'll be a top 5 quarterback in the league?
No, not top 5.
I'm saying that
like I said, Kirk Cousins. Like I think he's that mid-tier quarterback that can be a starter for a long time. And if you can surround him with talent like they have, you can get to these heights like we see where he's at. So it's second year in the league too.
No, right. He got a lot of time. A lot of guys had a lot of time, but we'll see. Super Bowl, couple days.
And I want to talk about this because you actually brought them up.
I brought them up
slightly. Yeah, the Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, man. So King is a Dallas Cowboys fan. He's been through a lot.
Baby.
He's been hurt. Oh, he jumping ship.
Listen, the Cowboys is dysfunctional.
Damn.
And listen, I wasn't the typical Cowboy fan that's Super Bowl every year.
He's speaking in past
just because the Cowboys got all these big names.
Damn.
But I started to question their desire to win. Like, the players want to win. I'm talking the organization.
That's crazy.
When you're making billions and billions, no matter if you win or lose, what's the motivation?
So you don't think Jerry Jones won it bad?
What's the motivation?
So you saying Jerry Jones don't want it?
I can't tell. Oh, man, trade deadline. The Eagles go get a safety every year. They go. Man,
he thought y'all was good. He thought y'all was.
At what point does anybody look at Dak Prescott and say, all right, cool, regular season, whatever, is no proof in his 7-8 years of being a Cowboys starting quarterback that he can win a playoff game consistently.
At one point?
When?
You didn't believe in
that? Pull the footage up.
You never believed in that?
I've been doing this for 3 years. Pull the footage up.
Never believed in that?
I've never believed in that.
Oh, my bad.
Never believed in that.
You was putting money on him. You was like, yeah.
I bet against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you, man. You lose against me consistently.
And
that's why I could. Man, we got footage of Houston. Hey. We got footage of Bethesda. Bro, you've lost to me consistently.
Wait, no, I won.
Lost to me consistently.
We was in Houston, I won.
The point is, I've never believed in that.
Okay.
Never. Betting against the Panthers is easy. Like, that's easy money. You just want to lose.
I won't disagree.
All right. So, again, bringing back McCarthy. We lost Dan Quinn. We lost our DB coach to the Commanders. I just don't see. And then we interview Ron Rivera. But I think we hired a defensive coordinator, Mike Zimmer.
That's a good guy. That's a good defensive coordinator.
So we'll see what that does. But
that's Deion Sanders' guy.
Right. And so now we got to pay Dak. So Dak is up.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, we need another number.
Bro, at what point was you going to get rid of Dak? That's your starting quarterback.
Last year.
Your franchise quarterback. And then replace him with who? And where would you have been this year?
So, and that's the conversation. Who do you replace him with? And I get it. There's possibly nobody currently that's as good.
Yeah, Dak
and Zeke together with 13-3. So you can't tell me we don't have an understanding that, we could put a rookie quarterback maybe not C.J. Stroud.
It don't work like that, bro.
Right.
You don't get 4th round Dak every year like that. That's,
you don't.
You understand that's an anomaly.
Why don't you go get a 3rd or a 2nd or because we have those. We go draft Mozzie with the 1st round and don't play him all year. And our issue last year is the same. We couldn't stop the run. We get an interior defensive lineman that doesn't play with our 1st pick.
You don't get an interior defensive lineman that doesn't play. He doesn't say, "Hey, what's good, y'all?" And it's not about play.
Regardless of the reason.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want.
That's not what I'm saying. Regardless of the reason, we could have used.
But that's how the draft works, bro. That's not saying somebody's not trying to win.
It's hard to.
They had an issue when they tried to address it. And y'all draft well.
Lately, we have. That's been our issue. Prior to that, we don't draft well.
Y'all drafted that O-line and Zach Martin.
When we started that O-line.
Y'all drafted that tackle. Is what his name? Terrence or was it Smith? Tyler
Smith.
Smith. Thank you. Those are draft picks.
Frederick,
the white linebacker, Vander Esch, who was, you know what I'm saying, he was making plays. Y'all drafted him.
He had the neck issue that kept getting hurt.
Yeah. Y'all drafted Bland?
Yes, we drafted Bland.
6 picks this year. Y'all drafted Trayvon Dick. Come on, bro.
So listen.
You're talking to a Panthers fan, bro.
I get your dysfunction.
Looking at you right now, bro, this disgusts me, bro. You're sitting here ready to
discuss you
throw your team under the bus.
30 years.
You about to jump shit.
So listen, 30 years. You got 30 years.
How many 3 Super Bowls?
In my lifetime? Or in 5 in total? 5 in total.
5 total.
5 total.
5 total Super Bowls.
5 total.
I'm a Panthers fan, bro.
And you seen the Super Bowl before me. Since our last one. My bad. Since our last one.
Yeah.
You've seen the Super Bowl.
We haven't won.
But you've seen the Super Bowl.
We have.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen it. So, again, and we're America's team from T.O. to, we've had it all, bro. And we've never been able to sustain anything that we can hang our hat on. How long are we going to keep living off of 30 years ago?
That's true, but I'm saying you're not going to stick it out and be loyal.
I
thought your
I'm gonna be dead.
Loyalty.
My value is loyalty.
Okay, so I'm saying you die.
So listen, till I die.
Yes.
Nah, I'm a winner though.
So you gotta make a change.
I'm a winner.
So you being in the
Jerry. Hey, listen.
So hey, Jerry, gotta make a difference.
You want a winner? Yo, I'm a winner. Come holler at me. I can let you
the head coach.
Man, don't make me the head coach. Just make me the personnel guy that makes a couple decisions here. I'm in McCarthy ear, whoever. Like, bro, like, and listen, man.
He gonna be like, hey, Trey, gonna play receiver.
Nah, Preston quarterback. I'm gonna draft my son.
Quarterback.
So again, there's a reason why Stephen A. and all it's just a matter of time. That he's made that phrase iconic because we keep proving him right.
Yeah, y'all prove everybody right.
So what are we supposed to do, Mr. Football Guy?
I don't know. I'm just saying what you supposed to do. I'm saying what you're supposed to do.
I'm asking you. So
that's crazy about
all right, so you asked about Dak. We had a conversation before the cameras. What do you feel about Dak?
I feel like Dak is a mid-tier quarterback, and just like how Romo was with y'all, like he's not getting done in the big games.
Man, Romo made plays.
But in the big games, like he's not like he always had like I just remember bad performances in big.
I mean the fumble,
the picks in the playoffs when y'all lost to the.
That's a catch.
Yeah,
I know that's.
It's not really a catch, bro. That's not really a catch.
That was a catch.
That's not a catch.
All right, so what do you? But
I think here's what y'all should do.
This all season, what should we do?
Okay, this is free game.
All right,
y'all got
free game, Jerry. Listen,
free game, Jerry. You keep that.
Okay.
But you look in the mid rounds, right? This is a deep quarterback draft. You got to get somebody.
Okay.
You got Lance. You got to get somebody else.
Okay.
Keep them on the roster, and you got to groom them and put some fire on the Dak feet. Okay. Now, McCarthy is a cool coach, and I think
he's a good guy, right?
Yeah, he's cool, and I think Zimmer is that guy on the defensive side of the ball.
Okay.
Y'all have all the horses y'all need. Go ahead, run it back.
Okay.
But like I said, you got that guy in the wings. As far as defensively, y'all not stopping the run. I think that should be a major concern this offseason for Mike Zimmer and just as far as the GM, Jerry Jones, the personnel guys, to get the guys in place that's going to be able to stop the run.
Okay.
Linebackers, interior D linemen, that sort of thing. Y'all have Michael on the outside. Y'all drafted Micah too. But that's what I'm saying. So the defense is going to shore itself up. Dak and the offense, they're humming. You got to see one more time, hey, Dak, can you get it done? You know what I'm saying? When it gets to that moment. And if it doesn't happen, if that happens again where he chokes in a big moment, okay, now we got to move off we're not necessarily, we can't move off until we have somebody to move off to. That's the thing. So you're looking, you're constantly looking. Your personnel department is constantly looking. But that's it. So this is a good team.
No, I'm not saying that it's not. Two things. Dak is due for a contract.
Yeah.
Let's just say he flops again. You don't just let him go. What do you do? Because more so than anything, you're probably going to have to make a decision this year. Right? Yeah, he would play this year as his last year. And then also Tony Pollard.
And you know what I would do? If he was to choke, if he was to choke, I would say get another quarterback in. You have a team. And what's your first round pick?
This year, like 27, 28?
27, 28. All right. It's some guys, man. Y'all might have to move up. I would do it. Hey, Jerry, I'll do that. So I'll move up.
So we have
get a guy.
If
the Eagles got hurt, I would move up and get a guy. You got so some of the guys in the draft, Penix from Washington.
You're not getting Caleb. You're not getting
Caleb, and you're not getting May.
Right.
Penix, Bo Nix, Daniel.
Bo Nix could come in for somebody like the Cowboys and play immediately.
That's what
he has the experience.
Thank you. So you should be looking at one of those guys. Your quarterback is about to. You're not trying to have you in a chokehold. You got to go up and get one of them guys. That would be my first round focus right now.
I hope with Zimmer we stop putting those light guys in the box to play linebacker. I know that helps with coverage, but being able to stop the run. Hope Mozzie sees the field so we can at least see what we have in him. To your point, right? You don't just draft a guy and not play him, but at the end of the day, if you're using the first pick on a guy and he flopped, that's a development issue.
But didn't he start to come on later in the season?
Not to my knowledge. He played here and there, bro. But again, we had a couple injuries on the D line where he had to step in, but not enough for a first round guy. And I'm not even saying he got to be rookie of the year contention. But man, son, they killed to everybody. At what point do you look at them and you say, all right, cool, give him a chance? Right? First round pick.
So sometimes that's coaching. Sometimes, I don't know.
McCarthy, he makes really bad coaching decisions.
But, I mean, that's the defense side of the ball. So that's Quinn. Maybe he wasn't Quinn's guy. Maybe Quinn
got a head coaching job.
Okay. So what that mean?
I mean,
a lot of people had head coaching jobs.
Right. He had one too before.
What's the name? The offensive coordinator in New York had a head coaching job with the Broncos. How'd that go?
I mean, like I said, if he was that bad, well, that's the Commanders.
I don't think Quinn is that bad. Quinn is good. What I'm saying is, certain times a guy's not your guy. Maybe and I don't think they draft somebody if he don't sign off on him. But he doesn't do something well as an attitude.
That's what Jay like though. Jay don't like guys that are going to bite back. So if Jay's like, we're drafting this guy.
So that could be the situation. Like we in Carolina, we got a meddling owner, Mr. Tepper.
Okay.
So it happens like that. There was rumors that we didn't want Bryce.
Right.
The owner wanted Bryce.
Right.
The other coaches wanted Stroud.
You like Bryce. You like the
Bryce has not shown me.
Well, initially you liked him coming out though, right?
Yes, I liked him. Here's the thing: when we first traded up to get that pick, I was like, "Oh, this is for Stroud." That was like and everybody that was like the energy that I saw and I felt. I was like, "Oh, Bryce Young's kind of short.
Right.
You're not going to go trade all that away for a first round pick to get a small quarterback."
Right.
I figured, okay, they're going to get Stroud, and that's what they're going to do.
Right.
Okay, a bunch of propaganda started to surface. And sometimes they think that teams are responsible for this as well. Bryce he's the clear-cut number one. And I'm not saying that's not true. Or that's not what the scouting was before. I think that was what it was. A lot of people had Bryce number one on their big board. We saw what Bryce could do at Alabama. My only thing with Bryce, and I know he had no help. We were a poorly run organization. The coaches, they were bickering amongst each other. They weren't all on the same page. We came to find out that David Tepper actually, he didn't allow Frank Reich to get his own coaching staff.
Got you.
He basically said, "Oh, these are all, well thought of guys in the league. Let's get them all together and make an all-star coaching staff." Didn't work. It was no synergy. But so he had all that to contend with. So we don't truly know what he's really capable of. But what I will say is I did not see his superpower. When you're drafted number one, I need to see Cam Newton, first rookie year.
Right.
First 2 games, he's going for over 400 yards. You seen him taking off, running, trucking people.
6'5", 240.
6'5". I mean, bro, like you're like, even though we're not winning, we're a bad team, but you're, oh shoot, we got our guy.
Got a guy.
Number 1 overall pick. And everybody's not gonna be Cam Newton. I'm spoiled in that aspect. Everybody's not gonna be Cam Newton, but still, when you get number 1 overall pick, whether it be Trevor Lawrence or whoever, you want to see like, hey, it's not all together.
Right.
We got a lot to do.
But you have something to be
he's
happy
him.
about.
And I did not see that. For me, for myself, I did not see that this year. And that's what frustrated me.
All right.
That's what made me, and then you seeing Stroud going crazy. It hurts. It hurts to this day.
Having him on fantasy was love.
Bro.
Love.
And he just, I mean, I love his game, bro.
Yeah.
He just puts the ball.
Poised, man. He's
poised, confident. He gonna shout out his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, every time. Come on, man.
Nah, it's good to see.
Imagine, let me not.
Yeah, because now you dreaming. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. That's what I keep doing, bro. I keep going back to that.
Oh, but okay.
It hurts.
So like y'all already know, man, you heard it here. Built different, man. Both of us got the 49ers. I mean, got the Chiefs taking the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
To all the 49er fans that I know, y'all better not lose. Yo,
you got the Chiefs.
Yeah, because if they lose, all these man, son, how much money I got into? But
I know somebody with the hoodie. What was it, 19-12 score?
For
the Cowboys game. I think it was it the championship game last year or maybe divisional round last year or this year?
Nah, they
when was last year?
19. Listen, that's irrelevant to the conversation.
Okay.
But yeah,
I thought she was a Ravens fan.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. That's why I said it's irrelevant.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about irrelevant things.
You're really a Ravens fan right now.
Hey, Baltimore, stand up. What up, man? Lamar, what up?
So what you can do with all your gear and like?
What gear? I got a hoodie. What gear?
Okay, so like, didn't you make your sons Cowboys fans too?
My one son's a Buffalo Bills fan. Yeah. Josh Allen, stand up. That's where a lot of the love come from. Yeah. And Trey don't really care about football, bro. Come on, son. You trying to sit here and paint
this picture. About this.
Nah, I ain't thinking about it. You got all about it. It's reality. It's reality. I grab it. Yo, my kids are winners, and we winners. So
Did you make like a social media post? Did you tell everybody like?
Yeah, go check my Facebook out. Yeah, it's on here. Listen, they're going to comment, and they're going to let you know, like, this is what it is. But we're going to go to something that stays true.
Hey, man, Panthers, I don't care what y'all do, man.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? I'm here.
I heard him talk mad reckless.
I'm here.
Like, he can say that all you want.
I'm here. No matter what. I'll talk reckless. I'll say whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll say the changes y'all need to make. But I'm a Panther fan through and through, man.
Well, that's what he said. Yesterday, big day. Shout out to the Bean. Rest in peace, my guy. Kobe Day, one statue was released. I'm sure you got a chance to see it.
I actually didn't.
You didn't? No. You didn't see the statue yet?
I didn't.
Yeah, it's his 81-point game. Him walking off after his 81. We're in LA. Well, this is LA, right? This is LA still?
Yeah, technically.
Technically. So, living here now, right? Moving from the East Coast to the West Coast. Of course, like I've been to LA where his murals and all that stuff is at. Talk about the buzz and how people carry it out here in LA if you've experienced it.
I know
just
people love Kobe.
Yeah.
People love Kobe out here. That's their guy. And I remember I was in an Uber. I think we was driving past really kind of like the site where the accident happened and everything. And so they was talking about I think there's a memorial around there or whatever. And everybody like loves him. I think whether even you're a Lakers fan or not, everybody here loves Kobe. You can feel the love. And when you ask them to talk about him, they're they have nothing but good words and they go on and on about him. So yeah, you definitely feel that. Definitely feel that out here. See the Kobe jerseys everywhere, of course.
My problem is, man, 20 years of him playing ball, bro. And when I was younger, if I missed the Laker game because again, like the game wouldn't finish till midnight, we got school. I'd be pissed. I'd be tight if I did not get to see the game if it was on TV. And I remember all of the negativity prior to him announcing the retirement. Even when he signed that contract with the Lakers, the 2 years, and everybody was like, yo, he's stealing for the Lakers. Like, they gave him 2 years, maybe 30, 40, 50 mil a year per year. I can't really remember what it was.
Yeah.
And now, again, I love that my man getting recognition because I've been fighting for him forever. So I'm going to say this to say, and I know you a stats guy, right? I know you're a stats guy. Now that you see everybody kind of propelling him into GOAT conversation, because prior to all of this, when Kobe was in his prime, that was the only conversation, right? Is Kobe gonna surpass Mike? And Bron came in and it kind of derailed it, but it derailed it to the point where now you're putting Tim Duncan, you're putting all these guys ahead of him, not you, just the conversation. So now to see the love and that he's getting, do you think it's because he's passed, or do you think now that he's more in the limelight to this generation because of social media, stats, video, everything that's coming to play, that now he's actually getting the true respect of his place in basketball he deserves?
I think that anytime somebody passes, like that happens, where people start to elevate them, their legend grows, and all that. So I'm not counting that. Like, I feel as though what he was, what they felt before the accident, before he passed, I think is the truth. Now, what we have is we talk about legend, and we talk about people. We start to learn more about him. We start to love him even more because you hear all the stories. Everybody got a Kobe story, and I watched the documentary with the USA Basketball when they coming back from out partying or whatever. And he like working like, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? And that's how that changed everybody, there. So you start to see those things, and then you get an even greater respect for Kobe. You start to love him more, and you want to even find out more about him. But that's just like his legend, and that's just who he was. But we talk about game, it's numbers, it's straight, fact or fiction. That you can't waver on that. So that's what it is. Obviously, LeBron surpassed him. That's it. But Kobe was one of the greatest of all time.
So, and again, we're not going to spend too much time on this because we got too much footage of this debate.
Yeah, for sure.
But numbers do tell some of the story, just don't tell the full story.
No,
and
for sure.
If you follow, and based off of age, I know if you was in the mix, you would be as knowledgeable as me, maybe. But if you pay attention to that eye test, bro, there's no body, and you can start to see even NBA players and I think why is even more of a testament to Kobe's legacy that you have this younger generation wishing that was my mentor. Ant just came out and said, yo, I wish I had the opportunity to have him mentor me, right? We all know he's a great guy. Everybody's a great guy. You can go get a great guy as a mentor. You go and you want the best to be your mentor because
we talk about that Mamba mentality. Like, we know him for that.
Right.
But that doesn't... I don't think that necessarily just puts you as
Paul George,
as the
Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie. All these guys are in the gym working out with him, learning from him, his game. That speaks to, yes, legacy, but also the skill set that he possessed. It's one thing to be an athletic freak, to be tall, but basketball comes a lot of skill, and to be successful in a small area of space, you got to know how to maneuver.
For sure.
Right? There are many basketball trainers out here. You go to the GOAT. Yes, longevity plays a part. Health plays a part. When you talk about the best basketball player, when you're compared to Michael Jordan, who unanimous, if you know ball, is the best basketball player of all time, the guy that's compared to him the most is second.
Look, LeBron has the most points scored.
Basketball, you have to play
all the time.
And Mahomes cannot play defense. I don't want to. In basketball, you have to play offense and defense.
And I don't want to. And the conversation doesn't have to become this. Why does the Kobe Memorial conversation need to become this? Well, I'm gonna say this. Like, one of my memories from Kobe while he was playing, I used to really like the Nuggets when Carmelo played for them.
Right, and AI. Or before AI.
No, after AI. But before AI. But when I was really locked in was when Chauncey Billups got there, that AI trade. And they got Chauncey Billups, and it was J.R. Smith, it was Carmelo, Chauncey Billups, they had Kenyon Martin, they had Birdman, they had Nene. I was locked in. That was my squad. And they got all the way to the conference championship. And they had to see the Lakers. And I just remember, we got a couple games. I would just remember, bro, like, this dude was such a killer. Like, he was like, it was like when he had the ball and coming down, or it was on offense, it was like, it was automatic.
Right.
it was like I felt so much this just hate in my heart. I was like, bruh, like we not about to get past this dude. Like I'm like, bro, every time he's coming down and then shooting this fadeaway jumper and coming in the post and got all these technical.
Cooking a follow.
I was like, bruh, come on. And yeah, that's what we had guarding him, Aflalo.
And JR sometimes, but yeah, he was cooking them. You saw the trainer when he tore his Achilles, what he said about Paul Pierce, where Kobe tore his Achilles, was like, yo, you need a wheelchair? He said Kobe looked at him and said, man, fuck Paul Pierce. Because you know that's what Paul Pierce, when he got the wheelchair, when he played against him in the finals. But to your point, he don't forget the competitor. And again, like, I think it's in all of us, man, especially when you're an athlete and you have to look at the Tom Brady's, the Jordans, the Kobe's, the Serenas, right, the Tigers, all of these people that persevere in moments and build their legacy, and you just want that for yourself. And he's at the top of the list when it comes to like, yo, personally, I'm like, man, when we on the court, there's no friends. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm training my son, like if you're a competitor, we not training together. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing this the only way I grew up doing it. But everything.
You remember the and I love this story when the Pau Gasol was on the opposite team. I think they was playing
Spain, and he ran through his shot.
I was like, okay.
And they all, and again, you saw it, like all of them was like, yo, every day it's like, yo, Kobe getting up early. So now everybody in the gym working out, and it was just contagious, man. Like,
yeah. But do you think that if somebody is, because you're saying everybody's looking up to Kobe and everybody's trying to learn from him, and that makes him the GOAT in your eyes. That's one of the pieces that make. But you can be somebody who's not even maybe close to the GOAT conversation, but can train the next generation or somebody in the next generation who even becomes the GOAT. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's about like respect. So
it's not necessarily meaning that, this is this person looks up to, and this is where he gets his game from. That makes. And he's this good, so that makes him the GOAT. But
I mean, it's about who they respect, right? It's about you. You can go train with.
Well, they're playing with Braun right now.
What?
So they might not like him.
Some of them played against Kobe when he was still in the league, though.
Some of them, but you talking about Ant? You talking about?
Yeah, I just said Ant's statement because he said he wished he would have been able to have him mentor him when he came into the league. But Kyrie, right? Kawhi, Paul George. Giannis, a lot of these guys were going to Kobe to better their game. And it's a respect factor, right? Like maybe
he may have what they need. He may have what they need to get better as far as technical skills and that sort of thing. It doesn't necessarily, just because you're better in that category, doesn't necessarily mean that what you're putting out on the court and your results make you the GOAT. And I don't want to, and again, I don't know why we're still here, but I didn't want to.
Last to your point, are you talking about the people that train with him or what Kobe did? Because I think the product is, when you look at the names that I called, these are elite ball players.
What I'm saying is, you may have the skill set, and I may look at you and say, you have the skill set. If we're talking talking about like wrestling. Well, this is obviously wrestling's fake, but
and I don't watch it either, so I don't know if this
I'll
catch on.
Like a Chris Benoit is a more technical guy. He passed a while ago, but Chris Benoit, a technical guy, and all that stuff, and he's gonna do all the little technical moves and whatever. And then you may have another guy who's more of a showman or whatever. He might have the technical skills, but his result is greater than that of a Chris Benoit, even though he has the technical skills. But what this person has and brings to the table actually puts them above him. Do you see what I'm saying?
I mean, the wrestling reference is one of, like I said, I get what you're saying to a degree, but I do think when we're having the conversation, whether it's Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Kobe Jordan, whatever, that when you start talking about certain people in certain categories, like you look past the
like
people
Brock
that aren't
Purdy.
likely,
Brock Purdy may have more technique than
I just don't think they're in the same category.
This is what I'm saying. So Brock Purdy may have more technique than Lamar. And I'm saying this, I understand that we're not comparing these two. I'm saying Brock Purdy may have more technical ability than Lamar, but Lamar's physical capabilities and what he has to use puts him in a much better conversation than Purdy.
And I think at the end of the day, all of that will play a part into your legacy, into your status.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like they said, Jordan was never friendly, but the guy that he took under his wing was Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody, like it's not that they trained together, like but the fact of the matter is he saw something special, and
for sure,
next thing you know, the relationship is like a brotherhood. But again, 824, 2824, Kobe, bro, we love you. Rest in peace, my guy. Can't wait for the other two statues. I hope it's the one where you hit the shot against Phoenix, son, like that. Yo,
I want the jump with the trophy. Sitting down. With
that would
jacket.
be dope.
Yeah,
that would be dope. I mean, he got a lot of moments, man. Like even the USA where he silenced the crowd after the jab three. Like it could be so many moments. But again, Vanessa, everybody doing a great job carrying on your legacy. Nike, glad you guys are back on them. When those reverse Grinches came out, I definitely copped them.
I got the what the Kobe's in I gotta get them fixed. The colorful jumps, like blue, yellow, orange. Like
you don't know the number?
What the Kobe?
We'll figure it out.
Is it 8? Nah, I don't know, but yeah, I gotta get them fixed. They talking.
Oh yeah. Might just get a new pair, man. Like
nah. That's classic, bro. You can't. I'm gonna get it fixed.
All right, so trending topic that's going on right now, and we're gonna, I guess, get more into the sensitive side right here on Built Different. But the whole Monique situation.
I'm not sensitive about it.
I'm not saying you're sensitive about it, but women equality is the purpose of all of this, man. Like,
okay.
And
let's get sensitive.
She's been on, Shannon Sharp, doing a great job. We had a 5-minute conversation about how you just propelled your status to where it is, bro, man. Congratulations. But what are your thoughts? And I don't know how up to date you are on it, but what are your thoughts about what she said about Tyler Perry and about DL, which we watched the DL clip? And where her stance is with Taraji and women equality and all that.
She's right. She got the receipts to back it up.
Right.
So there's nothing nobody can say, and I think that's the thing. I mean, when Cat went on, I don't know if he had all the receipts. We had some receipts, but
let's say Cat is iconic at this point. Like that interview.
That was crazy. That kicked off 2024 in a crazy way. That kicked off 2024 in a crazy way, bro. And I don't like my dog Kevin Hart, bro. He just keep on. Like he just trying to work and make some bread, bro. That was the one thing in the interview I was like, come on, man. Because she even said it was a point in time where, she was talking about the whole interview where her family was struggling.
Right.
And she was like, Kevin Hart came in during that time and helped out, and they repaid the money or whatever. But I was just like, damn, we couldn't let it go because since he looked out in that situation, people are gonna make mistakes, but if people are also doing the right thing along with it and balance it out, it is what it is. But in an interview like that, I guess you're just airing the grievances, and that's part of it.
Right.
But what she said was correct. She said she had receipts that she showed, that she sent to Shannon. He saw it, confirmed it. She had
the trailer blowing up. They posted that.
Previous interviews as well, with other people who had the audio that she recorded. She got the receipt. She's right. I'm just like, dang, it just makes me think about these people that we hold to in a certain regard, and we don't know their story. They haven't gotten on Shannon yet. But it's like, dang, bro, why y'all doing, our sister like that? That's crazy. And it make you look at them a little different.
It's our own, right? Like Tyler Perry is one of them. That she feels that she says he's apologized for mistreating her. Oprah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the story she told about Oprah and doing the interview with her family there, not letting her know that other pieces of her family is going to be there and they're dragging her name. And then I think she said Barbara Walters was the one that stood up for her. I was like, yo, I'm not doing this without Monique's consent. And to your point, right, it's our own people. But again, when you stand on something, a lot of people don't like it, and you have to either pick your career or your values. And I think she made the right decision, and it's all gonna come back for her. Like, and I'm proud that she did. Taraji, everybody stepping up, man, and just kind of exposing it, right? Like some of the things we hear, bro, was crazy. Like the Cat Williams interview, man. I think outside of reading the 4,000 books type.
Was that real though?
I mean, he said it So I don't know.
But bro,
I don't know what.
It's a lot of things. He said a lot of stuff, and like one of the things, like he equated like specials to your worth as a comedian, which just kind of, I mean, doesn't add up. I don't think Bernie Mac ever had a special.
I mean, but he had maybe
Brendan
not on
Schaub,
Netflix, but
Brendan Schaub has more specials than Faison Love, right? Faison Love don't got no special, right? He talking.
But that's why he fried.
So Brendan Schaub is a better comedian than Faison because he got 2 specials and Faison.
You're a stats guy. You're a numbers guy. What do numbers say?
But why is specials the number?
I guess that's how they rated in community, right?
Who's that?
He's standing on
him. He said that.
Right. So let's talk about how he brought up the Steve Harvey situation. How Steve Harvey stopped doing stand up because he said he wanted to do, I think it was movies, or he had 7 TV shows or something along the lines that. However, Cat phrased it is like you couldn't do stand up, and I guess stand up to them is like your mark. He highlights Bernie, right, because of the Kings of Comedy tour.
Yeah.
He highlighted what was the other one? Mike Epps, right?
Yeah.
Who has a lot of specials.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that's not necessarily the mark. You can't say, well, I've had this many specials. I've had, I had 10 specials, and I don't know how many specials Richard Pryor had, whether it was 1, 2, 3.
I think he said he had like 3 or 4 more than Richard Pryor. So if he's had like 11, and Richard Pryor got like 7, 8.
So automatically, Cat Williams better than Richard Pryor, a better comedian than Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that. So that's not the right metric, I think, to just say how many, because anybody can do it, especially now. You can release a special on YouTube. So and Cat Williams is great. He's probably in my top 3. He's definitely in my top 3.
Man, he's 1 or 2.
Yeah, he's in my top 3. I like Kevin Hart. I like Cat Williams.
I like Bernie.
And I like Chappelle.
Dave, yeah.
I like Chris Rock too. So those are that's like my Mount Rushmore, just for me, like my entertainment value. Who I want to sit down and watch is those guys.
No Martin?
Nah. I like Martin the Show. That was one of the best shows. Besides the Wayans Bros. Wayans Brothers and Martin, bro.
Wayans funny.
Bro, Wayans Bros. This nigga Marlon, bro, was funny.
Nah,
bro, I remember.
Have you ever seen them do stand up?
I've seen him do stand up.
Sean is funnier than him in stand up.
Nothing compared. Nothing the Wayans brothers have put out, in my opinion, compares to that sitcom, Wayans Bros.
Man, I saw him in Baltimore, and Sean had me. I didn't think he was that funny. I thought Marlon was gonna steal the show.
Yeah.
Sean was, to me, Damon is the funniest out of all of them.
Yeah.
I feel like Damon is the funniest.
Yeah.
I think Sean is second. Sean was hilarious, bro. It was surprising. But yeah, that show was great. But again, I think it's all subjective, right? I think
it is.
Just like any sport. I mean, these conversations are 100% subjective, and it's just kind of like what type of impression you leave on people, which is why Cat Williams, I feel, had like now he put out his tour. You know what I'm saying? Right after. So
I mean, but didn't he say? I guess it just makes sense to capitalize off of that.
Yeah. And he took back her wife, his ex-wife.
That's what I'm saying. And that was foul.
Was it though?
Not for him. But I feel like on her part that was foul.
I mean, they haven't been together for years.
True, but
and they said she wrote his jokes.
But you know the play. Though.
They said she wrote the
play. You don't allow yourself to be a part of that play. You don't allow yourself to be a part of that play. You got to stand on your own. Like you're funny. You write those jokes. You're funny. You're a comedian. You're good. So for me, I feel like you don't allow yourself to be a part of his power move on your father, your children. I don't agree with that. To each his own.
Right.
And then what was I about to say? And then they had when they talked about what else? What was I talking about with Kat and
about Shay Shay interview?
Yeah.
So about Tiffany Haddish?
Nah, not about Tiffany Haddish. It was other part. I was just saying it was certain things within the interview that
you didn't feel that were fabricated.
I feel like it was entertainment. Like you can call people like you just said, comedy is subjective. You can call people. Somebody might not be funny to you, and I think I've heard. I think Country Wayne was on
Breakfast Club. He did, and talk about Just Hilarious.
He was on Shannon Sharp show too, and he said this, like comedy is subjective.
Right.
Like somebody might not be funny to me, but they'll have you dying laughing.
Right.
So it's just weird when people, this person's not funny.
And he made the comment talking about his following on Facebook versus, because I think he got some backlash because of the content he started making and why he gravitated so much to Facebook or something like that, if I'm understanding the conversation right. He was just like, that audience is basically what pays the bills. You know what I'm saying? So you want me to do my old stuff that hasn't gravitated the type of capital that this side has given me. Yeah. So again, Country Wayne might be played, because I think Jess Hilarious said something about him being played out, might be played to you.
Yeah.
But this side,
they love it.
They love me.
He found his audience. Simple.
They love me. So again, shout out to Monique, man. We love you. Cat Williams, Kevin, like, yo, man, we gonna support. I think Kevin got a tour coming up too.
Okay.
I think so.
So I want to see another special. I don't see a lot of live
special from him.
I'm gonna change that.
Yeah, I thought he just did a special on Netflix a couple years ago. Oh, Peacock. Okay. Yeah.
I think the last one I saw of him, it might have been the one where he was like downstairs at his house.
Yeah. Yep.
I like that. That joint was funny. Every time I see Kevin Hart, it's funny. I don't get.
Did you watch the one with him and Chris Rock?
No, I didn't watch that because I didn't think that was like.
It's not a stand-up, but it's like those are two of your tops. So
it was like a documentary. I wasn't in the mood for a documentary.
Okay.
At the point where I seen it.
All right.
When I be on Netflix, I be trying to watch like thriller movies and stuff like that.
I'm gonna give you a couple. I went through a Netflix phase where I'm talking. I got like 20.
I didn't watch all the thrillers almost on Netflix. No, say a name and tell me. And I'm gonna tell you if
a thriller.
Yeah.
Let me put my phone. You saw. Is Beef a thriller to you? Is that the
Beef? Wait, that's the series.
Right. So you're just talking about.
I'm talking about movie.
A thriller movie.
Series, they be too long, bro. I don't be trying to.
Nah, check it out. It's fire. It's suspenseful. Yeah. But man, we gotta wrap up. Again, we're gonna close this segment, man. I want each of us, man, we've been gone for a long time and people been hitting me, when y'all getting back on it. So we're here. We're gonna get back to what we do.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the love and support that everybody's been showing. Let them know what you got going on, man.
Yes, sir, man. We still just rolling out these skits, man. We got a lot of partnerships, in the works, and I just try to continue to keep the grind going. When I first started, just content creation or got a little buzz. I've always wanted to try stand up.
Okay. I'll be at every show,
bruh. You gotta wait. Until
I gotta see the glow up.
Wait until I tell you to come, bro.
No.
Wait until I tell you to come. I might try. Who knows? I might.
Yeah,
you gotta try it. You might do it once and be like, nah.
Everybody bomb initially. Look at T.I. He bombing, but he's still going on tour.
Hey, that's hard, bro.
Yo.
To bomb on doing comedy?
No, T.I. be bomb. Well, and again,
I'm just saying, like, and I say that's commendable though.
Oh, okay. Nah, right.
Get on that stage and you're getting your shit out, and everybody in the audience is just crickets.
Yeah.
It's like, dang. but we got to be a man about it. You got to do it. So I'm out here in LA. Got a lot of clubs out here. So why not try some improv, and then getting your feet wet with acting as well. So I'm just looking to continue to expand and see what else is out there and just do everything that I like doing. Because that's where this started. Right. Something I like doing and I chased it. And it's to continue to find more of that. And I think you can't go wrong with that. So that's the journey I'm on.
I'm going to support you 100, bro. Like, you already know. And for all that you know, East Coast, you already know. I'm still doing the training. Swoops to 2024 gonna come crazy.
Yes, sir.
All the female athletes, man, like follow the pages, stay linked, stay active with us, because we got a lot of stuff coming.
We need a WNBA take from you at some point.
Yeah, let's do it. Like,
at some point.
Let's do it. We ain't even talk.
We got a lot to talk.
We got a lot to talk about it. We'll get to it. I also Q3, I got my radio show coming out. It's called Score. It's gonna be on ESPN 106.1. It's local market right now, DMV, but stay tuned, man. I'm gonna try to, like you, bro, venture off into radio, something different, and really see what comes from that. But big things for 2024 for Built Different, for 30 for myself. So you guys make sure you stay locked in. We coming full throttle, man. You already know.
Yes, sir.
Built Different, we here, we out.